morning guys, good morning guys. This is Ergon Traders Talk again. We are back again with some juicy informations for you guys. We are back again to give you guys something that is that you would love. This is Ergon Traders Talk again. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my channel. I hope trading has been good for you guys throughout last week. We are here again to give you an update on the things we discussed last week, also to tell you the new information that you are seeing and that I would love us to up on. Alright, without wasting much of our time this morning, I would like us to subscribe in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, click the subscribe button and click the notification button so that when informations like this, contents like this drop, you would take advantage of it immediately and not lose the opportunity. Alright. Without wasting much of our time, I would like to start off with the euro-dollar pair. In volume 6 of Ergon Traders Talk, we came on here and then we shared with you guys some juicy information that is that you would love and that you could take advantage of. All right, so I am back here again because I saw some new developments throughout last week, and I thought, oh, I think I need to update my guys on the new information that I'm seeing so that we can all make some money together. And last week, as I recalled, the UK oil pair, the US oil pair, which is giving us, it is not giving us profit yet. However, I'm sure that in no time would be seeing some profit. I told you guys last week, I said we are, as at last week, this was where the price was. I'm coming guys. As at last week, this was where price was. We had a bullish engulfing candlestick at this region, right? And we were saying that we would buy at the close of this line right here on a 4-hour candle close, which happened. Of course, we saw a 4-hour candle close last week, and then I opted on the trade around here, and my L cell was down below here. My hair cell was down below here. Apologies guys, I'm sneezing. Alright. Now I opted on around here, and my SL was down below here, and my first TP was right here. That was what we discussed last week. However, we saw that on a daily time frame, we saw that price was still trying to touch this trend line. Okay, remember we said it is an inverse head and shoulder pattern. It broke, it retested. We're expecting a continuation to the upside. However, when we entered from here, we saw a bearish candlestick. It was trying to come and mitigate this trend line, which it did. And after that, it was heading back up. However, we are not in profit right now, but I'm sure that this week we are expecting the UK oil to push to the furthest, to push higher. If you are still in the trade, hold. Alright, if you are still in the trade, hold. This trade is going to move to the upside. The reason I'm saying this is because now I have a candlestick confirmation, a bullish candlestick, an indecision candlestick, and a bearish candlestick. This is considered to be a morning star candlestick that has the potential to push this pair, to push this guy to the upside. So I won't be wasting much of our time here. That is that about the UK. I just needed to come up here and say something about it. And now that I've said that, this is going to be our first level target. Our second level target will be here. Once that we have called that, I'm going to move very quick and very fast to the euro-dollar pair. Alright, last week we did an analysis as well on the euro-dollar pair, and we were saying we're expecting, is it last week now or in volume? I'm not sure if it is last week. I'm not sure. But let's just say in the volume 6 of the Ergon Traders Talk, we did an analysis on the euro-dollar pair, and we were all anticipating that this bad boy is going to fall over to this line, to this bar. However, as I was studying my charts last week with the economic information that was sent out last week, it was last week that we heard that Trump made a statement and he denied it that he's not firing Jerome Powell. However, last week was a mess in the market. So when that happened last week, there were a lot of clusters that happened in the market. Remember, we were expecting the pair to roll over to the downside. However, as I was studying, I realized that there is this trend line right here. Let me delete it and plus it again. This trend line right here, it held very, very nicely. Are you seeing this? It held very, very nicely, and ever since then, since Wednesday of last week, I've been seeing bullish momentums in bits. And as I saw this trend, I saw that this is the first touch, this is the second touch, this is the third touch. This is telling me that, remember, we are not predicting the market. The reason why we are calling the euro-dollar short to this point last week was because of a story we were telling. Okay, because of a story we were telling, we were saying that we want this guy to roll over to the downside to form a double bottom, and that could propel the market to the upside. However, as I was studying, I saw that there is a trend line support right about here that have a first touch, a second touch, and a third touch right about here. And in the principle of price action, it is said and it is known that the third touch of the trend line give the farthest pips, either to the upside or to the downside. Alright, now that I saw this last week, I said I think the euro-dollar pair is no longer having the momentum to drop further. Okay, it is now heading higher, and the reason why it is heading higher is because of this trend line trend line support, third touch confirmation, bullish candlesticks happening in bits, and then we are expecting the euro-dollar to push to the upside. Now, this is how we are going to take advantage of this trade. However, I have opted on this trade around this region. I placed my trade around this region, and then my SL was down here. Alright, and my first level target was here. Okay. Now, I just needed to come up here and tell you guys that you can up on this trade right about now. Making your SL to be 1.15827 and your TP at 1.17803. Okay, the euro-dollar is ripe for the upside. It is ripe for the upside. And another confluence that makes this trade to be active and to be sure is this: there is a Fibonacci confirmation for this trade. As we can all see, there is a Fib confirmation for this trade. You can up on this trade right about now, and be rest assured that you would make some money to the upside. We have about from 1.16408 to 1.17. That's about 300 pips to the upside. So you can up on this trade and be rest assured that it would give you your pips. Okay, you can up on from here. At the close of this 4-hour candlestick, you can up from here, and then be rest assured that you are going to make some money. Alright, that is that about the $8 pair. I'm going to leave this guy here. Now I'm going to move to other pairs that I believe that we can as well take advantage of. These guys are still they are still forming, but I would like to talk about them. You might be wondering why am I not talking about the GBP USD. I don't know why myself. I'm not just interested in that. I don't know why. But let us check the GBP USD this morning. And but before I talk about the GBP USD, I would like to talk about the USD card and USD CHF. Alright. So you're going to analyze from the scratch. Remember, this is how I analyze. We analyze from the scratch. I'm going to delete all my charts right about now, and then we would start analyzing. Okay, this is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. US dollar, Canadian dollar, 3 months time frame. The first thing we do, remember guys, is there are 4 technicals that I use. You want to know them, go to the previous ergon trader stock starting from volume 1. You would see it there. Oh yes, I remembered something just about now. Before I talk about the UK dollar, before I talk about the USD card, I'd like to talk about the GBP card for a bit. The GBP card has been acting very, very stubborn for some weeks now. However, there is no clear bias concerning what this guy wants to do. However, on the monthly time frame, remember, some week past we saw the GBP card. We were expecting the GBP card initially. We were expecting the GBP card to roll over to the downside. However, that was when we saw this double top, right, and we saw this neckline, and price was coming down here. However, we just saw a sudden spike to the upside. Okay, now back then I said for us to consider this a bullish momentum, it has to break the supply zone. However, that did not happen. We saw price roll back down under this trendline resistance, and ever since then this guy has been trading below it. So for now, I don't have much to say concerning the GBP card. Right about now, I'll just leave it as it is, because I'm seeing something on the monthly time frame. I'm seeing a bearish engulfing candlestick on the monthly time frame. Now, if this guy could close below here, if you could see more bearish candlesticks below here, be rest assured. I'm not calling anything yet. I'm not calling anything yet. Okay, I'm not calling anything yet. I'm just seeing some things, but I would like to wait for more informations. before I could conclude what the GBP card is going to be doing. Alright, that is that about the GBP card. Let us move back to the USD card pair, the 3 months time frame, and let us see Wagwan. Okay, like I said earlier, if you want to learn how to analyze like me, go back to the previous ergon trader stock. You would see how I analyze. I use 4 technical tools to analyze. I use the principle of price action. I use the principle of price action and the principle of chart patterns. That's the first. I plot my support and resistance as major areas of rejections. I use trend lines to identify the current flow of the river, and then I use Fibonacci as a confluence to back my analysis. And then there are some execution steps that I use which I've not shared here. And the reason I've not shared it here is because I'm still holding onto them. I love you guys, and I'll be sharing these things when I am releasing my course that I said. Remember, I said I'm going to be giving you guys a course on how to learn how to trade like me. Don't worry, that is cooking nicely, and it will be revealed very soon. And one more thing, you guys may be wondering, why is my face not on the internet? Don't worry, very very soon. You'll be seeing this handsome guy speaking. Okay, that was so much of our time. Let us analyze the USD card and let us see what one. Okay, this is the USD dollar card. This is the USD card. Yeah, the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, you can see that we have a low here, a high here, a higher low here, a higher high here. And could see price fall back down to the previous low. Imagine, very, very funny. You could see a high, you could see an equal low, then you could see a high again. This guy is just a freaking, he's acting like a freaking like he's confused. The guy is acting like he's confused. Like, imagine, he's acting like he's confused about what's his problem now. Alright, that was so much of our time. It's just like a freaking rage to me, like a confused bear. However, that does not stop us from analyzing it. That doesn't stop us from analyzing the freaking fact. Okay. But what I'm saying here with using the principle of price action and the principle of chart pattern is that now you're going to let the price to explain to us what this guy is doing. You could see a low here, you could see a high here, a higher low, a higher high. You could see price roll over back down to the previous low that started the USD card. You could see a high, an equal low, a high, higher low, equal high, equal lows, equal high, and ever since then price has been stocked here for since 2015. Imagine, that is a long period of time. Wow. That's about 15 years. That's about 15 years. Was it 15 years or 10 years, guys? That's about 10 years, guys. That's about 10 years. For the past 10 years, this guy has been here. My goodness. July 2015. I'm in July 2025. For the past 10 years, this guy has been ranging. My goodness. Alright. Now, there's not much information that price action is telling us from the higher time frame. There's not much information that price is telling us on the higher time frame. But there's an information that chart pattern is telling us. But I wouldn't like to say it now. I would like to plot my support and resistance first before I open our eyes to the chart patterns that I'm seeing. Because you could see, let me even say it now. You could see that this is a double, this is a triple top. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm also seeing candlesticks speak to me on the 3 months time frame. I like to go to the 3 months time frame so that I could see the whole thing. Monthly time frame is good, okay, but I like to check from 3 months time frames. Most times I even go to 6 months time frame to see clearly what this guy is doing. And from 3 months time frame and from 6 months time frame and the 3 months time frame, what I'm seeing is the same thing. A triple top here and candlestick as well is giving me an information. This is a bearish engulfing candlestick on a 6 months. Like, imagine, guys, a whole 6 months in a year. This is telling me that this guy wants to drop. The freaking pair wants to drop. Now, on a 3 months time frame as well, you could see a triple top and could see an evening style candlestick forming. Are we together now? Alright. Now, once that I've been able to establish that the USD card is a bearish market, now we are going to plot our support and resistance at major areas of rejections. So I won't be wasting much of our time here. I'm seeing something here lying very, very nicely and juicy. That has been plotted. I'm going to be making use of the line because I don't like my charts to be so messy. I pride in clean charts, like my mentor would always say, Dr. Willis. Shout out to you, sir, wherever you are. I respect you so much and I love you so much, sir. The things that this guy knew today, the things that this guy is doing today, you taught him everything. I love you, sir, and I respect you so much. Alright. So this is the USD card. We have plot our resistance, plot our support, sorry, our resistance as major areas of rejections. First touch here, second touch here, third, fourth, fifth. Now there's also an area that I'm seeing that I'd like to use. I'd like to plot. This one I'll be using a zone for it because I need it to accommodate as many touches as possible. Alright. Okay. The reason why I won't be catering for everything is because I'm only concerned about what is happening now. These guys have happened in the past. Okay, I could relate what has happened in the past to the present, so I don't need to start picking my zones and then plotting them all over the chart. It's just messy. Like imagine, look at this now. This is much more cleaner and clearer. We know that this is the resistance zone, and we know that this is the support zone, and price is in between these two guys. A triple top, an inverse, an evening star candle formation. So this is telling me that this guy wants to drop. Now that I've been able to establish that on the 3 months time frame, I'd like to go to the monthly time frame to make some adjustments. Okay, that is nicely seated. I'm going to adjust this a bit to the downside to accommodate some guys. Alright, that is nicely seated as well. Okay, now on the monthly time frame, I'm seeing something interesting and I'd like to take out, and I would like to call our attention to it. Remember, this is a triple top. First touch, second touch, third touch, and we say price rolling back down. Of course, obviously, we know that the next level target is this bar right about here at 1.2542 knot. We know that the next target is this guy. However, there's something I'm seeing here because I learned from my mentor. He said that as juicy and as easy and as sweet the pear might look as, he said there are some evil spirits on the chart that you need to weed out. There are some evil spirits on the chart that you need to weed out. So as I'm saying, I saw something and I'd like to take advantage and I would like to English has sometimes, like imagine. Jesus. Okay. I'm just frustrated, sorry. Alright. We saw a triple top. We're expecting the USD card to roll over to the downside at 1.2542 knots, like we said earlier. So, but I'm seeing something here. We have to weed out every evil spirit that may not allow this chart to roll over to the downside. Now, there's something I'm seeing here. There's something I'm saying here that I'd like to pick attention to it. Okay. Alright. I just want to look at the time frame to make it look. To see it clearly, I have to delete this and do it again right about here. Alright. Now I think the evil spirit has been weeded out. Okay. You could see that this trend line support has been taken out. That means the USD card wants to drop indeed to the downside. However, we could see after the break, we could see it's retesting the line. Yes, the reason why it is doing that, there is a point here that this guy needs to fulfill. Are we seeing that? Are we seeing how I am analyzing my pair? You could see a break. You're seeing a break of this trend line, right? You could see a break of this structure. Okay. Now we want the price to roll to pull back into this zone before we could have a continuation to the downside. So I'm going to delete this line now, so I want my chart to look nice and clean. Alright. So what we are waiting for, guys, is that we want the USD card pair to pull back to the upside to this point. Let us move to the daily time frame to see what's going on. Okay, on the daily time frame it is more cleaner and it is more cleaner and it is more visible on the daily time frame. Okay, right. When we see that we had a break here, remember this guy, we had it break down as well. And we're expecting this guy to roll over to the upside, and then after it's touched here, you will be expecting it to come down all the way to this point. However, it won't just come down. Because we say down, it won't just come down. Okay? Because we say it will come down, it won't just come down. It will not just come down because we say come down. No. After it roll over to this point, okay, when it gets here, it's going to do something like this. Get here, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, even like this at times, and then just those waves, little waves before it finally roll over to the downside. I can imagine this is a lot of people. From one point 1.38231 to 1.25. My goodness, that's a lot of pips. About 1,800 pips to the downside. So you can't just expect 2,000 pips, 1,800 pips to come down like that because it wants it to go down. So not come down like that. No, it's not happen. It can't happen like that. After it's touched this guy, when it gets there, I'm going to come on here and then I'm going to explain to us how we're going to take advantage of the trade, where to enter, how to enter, and how to make some money from it. But for now, this is my outlook on the USD card here. Not too much. It is not as dynamic as we think it is. This is a straightforward chart. Like, honestly, it's freaking straightforward. It's freaking straightforward. So that was so much of our time here. Let us move to the USD CHF pair. There's something I have for us as well on the USD CHF pair. Oh, let us check the Euro USD. Oh, wow. If you're in this trade, you're making money. You're making money. Alright, let us move to the USD CHF pair. I have to do this quick and release the video so that you guys can take advantage of it. Okay, the USD CHF pair. I'm going to delete all these jamborees and then I'm going to explain to us again how to take advantage of this trade. We're going to start off from the monthly time frame here. You'll see that for the longest period of time, the USD CHF has been dumping. Like this guy is dropping massively since the year 1971. High, low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. It ranged for a long period of time. Now it is heading back to form another lower low. Now, having explained that using the principle of price action, now and we saw that we can all see that I've plotted my levels nicely. Resistance here became support here, does not become a resistance. Okay, now we are expecting the USD CHF pair to roll over to this point to have an equal low, perhaps, or a lower low. Now we could see that after the break of this support that has now become a resistance, let us move to the weekly time frame. We say that what caused the break of this support was a triple top that happened right about here. It made the break to happen, and then after it got here to this support of the triple top, it broke above it again. It retested it. I don't know why I was not in this trade actually. I don't know why. I don't know why I was not in this trade. Like imagine, see money. I just ask Jesus. But there's still opportunity for us to take advantage of the trade. There's the opportunity for us to take advantage of the trade. We could see that after it break over to the downside, it tested this guy, it rolled over again. Now I'm seeing something right about here that I'm expecting the USD CHF pair to come up to this point before we have a further downside. Let's move to the daily time frame. Are you saying it? I'm expecting the USD CHF, the US dollar Swiss franc to come up to this green line at 0.81354 before we continue the drop. Okay, hold on guys, I think I'm seeing something that I'd like to check. Are you seeing it? Fibonacci is even telling us that this guy is going to come up here. Are you saying this is 50% retracement and this is 61.8% retracement? Expecting the USD CHF to roll over to the upside, and then from there we're going to have a more drop, more bleed. Okay, I'm going to delay this, and then we have two pairs waiting for us nicely. The US dollar pair, the US card, the USD card pair. We also have the USD CHF pair. Currently we are in the euro dollar pair. We are also currently in the UK oil pair. And yes, I'm forgetting the US 30. My goodness. Let me roll over to the US 30 quickly. We're expecting the US 30, guys. You're expecting the US 30. Remember, you want to know what, if you want to know the story that you have been saying concerning the US 30, go back to the previous ergon trader stock. You would understand it. Okay, we're expecting the US 30 to roll over to this bar. On the daily time frame, I was seeing something last week. I was seeing a bullish flag happening around here, but if I could consider this, I'd like to see this guy break above this line. For now, there's not much information to say concerning the US 30 pair, but I'm seeing a bullish flag. Okay, I'm seeing a bullish flag. Listen guys, here's one thing I want you guys to understand about FX. Okay, and that thing is, it is not good, it is not wise to predict the foreign currencies, the FX. Because you could call something and then, however, as time goes on, what you call will not happen. Like it won't happen. So that's why it is good to be responsive to what is happening than to be predictive. It is good to be responsive than to be predictive. Imagine, this is an inverted and shoulder pattern. The logical thing for this guy to do is roll over to this point and then push to the upside. However, as it was coming down, it decided to form a bullish flag. Like this is the pole and this is the flag. Like so it's telling me that you, ergon, I could decide to pull over, to roll, to continue the uptrend from here and not come down here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do concerning the US30 pair. If I could consider this buy, I'd like to see this guy close above this bearish flag. We all know how to trade the bearish flag pattern, right? We all know how to trade the bearish flag pattern. We are going to wait for it to break above this bearish flag, and then we're going to enter from somewhere around here. Our SL is going to be below here. Okay, so that's going to be that about the US30 pair. I just needed to come up here and then share it with us guys so that we would take advantage of the trade and not miss it. Okay, so that's that about that. We are currently in the UK oil pair, which is currently acting as a madman. However, that's not about the foreign currencies. That's not about forex. Yeah, so that's that about the forex. That about the forex. You make some money, and then you lose some. However, I really wish that this guy is. I don't see a reason. I don't see a reason why the UK oil should roll over to the downside. I don't just see a reason why the UK oil should roll over to the downside. My bias is buy, and I'm in the trade currently, and I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold the trade. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to freaking hold it. I'm going to hold the trade. I'm going to hold the trade. I'm going to hold the trade. I'm going to hold the trade, and I'm expecting it to roll to pull back up to the upside and give us our pips. Are currently in the euro-dollar pair, which is currently giving us some juicy money, some juicy pips. Currently giving us some juicy pips. To this point, it's currently giving us some juicy pips. We are waiting for the USD card, and we are also waiting for the USD CHF pair. Alright, that's that about that. And what else? Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. And this is going to be the end of Ergon Trader Stock volume. Is it volume 8 now? Volume 7? I'm not so sure. This is going to be the end of the Trader Stock for today. I wish you guys a happy trading week and some peeps making trading week. Have fun and peace out.